Hello, Cowboys Nation. Happy November, and welcome back to the Richview Roundup, your exclusive podcast destination for all things Richview athletics. I am your host, Colton Richards. Let's recap this past week. This past Monday, the Richview Blue girls soccer squad beat New Providence 7-0 to put them through to the final against Kirkwood at Kirkwood High at 7:30 p.m. on Monday night. This past Thursday night, the Clarksville High football team won over Cane Ridge on senior night in a decisive 37-0 win and ensured at least one home playoff game next Friday against Independent High School. This past Sunday, the Titans lost to the Los Angeles Chargers by a final score of 27-20. Before we go any further, I would like to recognize all the Richview Middle School football representatives of the Clarksville Montgomery County School System 2025 All-County Team. Let's start with Devontae Cruel, who had 189 receiving yards with 4 touchdown receptions and a 2-point conversion. He also threw a 33-yard touchdown pass. Devontae had 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns. One went for 70 yards, and the other for a school record 81 yards. Second is Isaiah Ligon, aka Mr. Reliable. Ligon had 865 rushing yards with 18 touchdowns. He also had 6 receptions for 80 yards, 19 extra points, and 2 touchbacks on kickoff. He tallied up 39 tackles on defense, with 14 of those 39 being tackles for loss. Next, DeMarcus Martin. DeMarcus had 31 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 3 fumble recoveries, and 2 stops on 4th down. Bo Parcells is our next recipient. Bo led the team in tackles with 40 in all. Bo racked up 11 tackles for loss, 2 fumble recoveries, and a safety. He also threw 2 touchdown passes offensively. Next is Cliff Pember. Cliff had 9 catches for 179 yards with 4 touchdowns. He scored the championship game's only touchdown, and he is a shutdown corner on defense, allowing 0 receptions all season long. And finally, Brody Wilkins. Brody had 446 yards passing with 5 touchdown passes. He also had a 33-yard touchdown catch. Brody finished the 2025 campaign with 14 tackles on defense, 3 pass breakups, 2 tackles for loss, and 1 interception. I would like to express my congratulations to all the representatives of the all-county team. Great job on an incredible season. On the Cowboy calendar this week, on Monday, the Richview Blue girls soccer team plays Kirkwood in the final of their district tournament against Kirkwood at 7:30 p.m. Also on Monday, both basketball squads begin regular season play for the 2025-26 campaign against familiar rival Rossview at Rossview Middle School, with the girls varsity tipping off at 6 p.m. and the boys varsity to follow at 7. This coming Friday, the Clarksville High School football team plays in the first round of the playoffs against Independence at home. This Sunday, the Titans are on a bye week. Tomorrow begins the basketball season for Richview Middle School, so let's preview the 2 squads, shall we? First, we will preview the girls basketball team coached by Camila Hernandez. Last season, the girls basketball squad finished 11-8, competing in close, hard-fought games almost every night, according to Coach Hernandez. Coach Hernandez added, quote, "The girls had battled through every quarter and made a postseason run, reaching the semifinals before falling to Kirkwood in a tight matchup," end quote. One of the highlights of last season was the competitiveness of every game. Coach Hernandez says the Lady Cowboys could hang with anyone in their district and make a deep postseason run. Some key games this season are the season opener at Rossview tomorrow night and a look for redemption against Kirkwood on the 17th. In addition, there is a big district matchup on the 24th against Kenwood the defending district champions, and 8th grade night against Montgomery Central is a big game. 8th graders Anaya Hill, Charlotte Emerson, and Trinity Goring are 3 returnees to the squad. Coach Hernandez says the 3 of them bring experience, consistency, and a competitive edge to the squad. A couple of newcomers to keep an eye on are 7th grader Elsie Ferguson and 8th grader Tasha Krupnikovich. The both of them have stepped in to make an immediate impact and are a perfect fit for the team. Now to preview the boys' season, coached by Josh Buckholtz. Last season, the varsity finished 26-3 with a 14-0 regular season mark versus all district opponents, and the JV finished 10-1. Some of the highlights of the 24-25 season was a very exciting brand of basketball led in statistical categories by the big 3 of Jaquise House, center, Harrison Smith, forward, and Ari Hines, guard. The highlights of last season also included 2 wins against familiar rival Rossview, Coach Buckholtz earning his 100th career varsity win, beating Northeast in the district championship for their 2nd in a row and 4th in the last 5 years, beating Mount Juliet in the sectional championship, and a comeback win against Bearden in the state tournament Final Four, and playing for a state championship in 3A. Some of the key games for this season are West Creek, Kenwood, and the annual Christmas tournament. Key returners are Cliff Pember, an 8th grader point guard, 6th man for varsity last year. He is a solid all-around player. He's a good shooter, super quick, and a defensive pest. Spencer Stanley, an 8th grader, center. He played reserve minutes for varsity last year and played in 24 games. He is strong and physically big who rebounds well and sets great screens, developing his scoring in the paint and mid-range. Alex Hines is a 7th grader, guard, and forward. Played reserve minutes for varsity last year, played in 23 games, and he's a big guard for his age. A very mature player, a good shooter that can get to the rim when needed. Brody Wilkins, an 8th grader, forward. He played reserve minutes and took on a bigger role last year as the year progressed, playing in 21 games. He is a physical specimen. He's quick for his size and probably the best overall athlete on the team. John Kent and Ransley Wares also played in 14 and 15 games last season for varsity, so they bring some experience to the team as well. Some of the newcomers for varsity are Major Williamson, 7th grade, guard, and forward. He is an athletic wing who can get into the paint and bring athleticism and defensive intensity. Cam Sutton, also in the 7th grade, is a center. He's big, who brings great offensive prowess to the floor and can score in the paint with good footwork and stretch the floor with perimeter shooting. Both figure to play prominent roles within the varsity team this year. They did not play much last year for varsity, but will get much more opportunities this year. They are new to the varsity team as regular fixtures. A newcomer for the JV squad is Princeton Chandler, a guard in the 6th grade, and he figures to bring a mature, high IQ skill set to the JV team. He can handle the ball against pressure and has a knack for making the right play for himself or for a teammate. Coach Buckholtz has the following expectations for this season. Quote, coming off such a special season, the expectations have risen for the program as a whole. The expectation is that we play to the best of our abilities and continue to grow on and off the court. From a talent perspective, this team has all the tools to be a very competitive team this year. The depth of this team has the potential to be a strong point as we have a lot of experience and skill sets within the team, which will afford us different options on how we can play against opponents. I know the team's goal for varsity is to win a district championship for a three-peat, but my goal is for us to be playing our best by district tournament time. If we do that, we can achieve a lot of our goals, end quote. So I'd like to wish both coaches' teams the very best of luck this season. And that wraps up another episode of the Richview Roundup. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you do not miss any new content. This has been a presentation of the Richview Roundup podcast, a CJR Entertainment production. This podcast was written, edited, and produced by Colton Richards. Stay classy, Cowboys Nation.